Hello, truth seekers. Well, I still got my set up and the lights are here, so you got a little background instead of just some beige wall or the back of my car or other places in my house. Oh my goodness, can you believe Christmas is almost here? I am so excited. And this week of Advent, the fourth candle is all about love. Let's talk about that because I kind of got schooled a little bit in confession this week. Yeah. So I was confessing. So last week, you may, if you're subscribed to this channel, I know you're all truth seekers, so you get this in email. But if you're subscribed to my YouTube channel to get all my other videos, you may have been like, where has she been? She hasn't sent anything out this week. And that was on purpose because I decided that I was going to take some time and love God and have more prayer in my life this past week. I've also been going to confession at least 2 times a week. And so I went and I confessed that, yeah, it didn't really happen. I was kind of spiritually sloth. As a matter of fact, talk about more schooling. I said, I've kind of been sloth. I've had a lot of slothness. And he's like, well, just so you know, that isn't a word. So I'm like, oh, okay, note to self. Well, I actually looked it up and it's not a word. Slothful and slothfulness is a word, but not slothness. And by the way, sloth can mean you're a workaholic and you don't spend enough time in prayer. But guess what he said to that? He said, sloth is a grave sin. So if you out there have not started with your prayer life, or you don't have time, or you're not regular with it, or you don't do mental prayer, it's like a grave sin. Because really, the very first commandment is to love thy God, the one and only God, with all our mind, our heart, our soul. And that means to worship him. So we don't really have a choice, y'all. We really should be. We really should be praying and loving God. And that is why I am looking at this last week of love. And I'm challenging myself, how much do I really love God? There's 168 hours in a week. How much am I giving to God? Daily Mass, great. The Rosary, awesome. My St. Bridget prayer, I'm on the 12-year prayer. I'm almost on year 2. I got a long way to go. I did the 1-year prayer, so got that done. Yay! Okay, so what else? And what else and what else can I do? And that really means daily mental prayer. So what had happened was, why didn't I dive into prayer like I had hoped and planned on? Well, I'm hosting Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and my husband's hours flipped around. Oh, and it just like whirlwinded us, it put us into a loop. And yeah, but you know what? There's 168 hours in a week. I can give him more time than that, can't I? Yeah, I can. So maybe we can all focus on that and remember that spiritual slothfulness is not something to laugh at. It's really not. We are supposed to. Oops, I accidentally hit it that way. Sorry about that, y'all. Hope you're okay over there. Not like getting sick because of my beautiful movements. So let's love God. How much do you really love him? To spend your time with him, just sitting with him. I have a lot of people that I faith coach who don't have a real personal relationship with God. And if you're interested in one-on-one faith coaching, please reach out to me. Just send me an email. We can take it from there. What I mean by a personal relationship with God is praying all day, every day, talking to him in the good times and the bad times, inviting him into your tasks, inviting him into your holidays, inviting him into, the sorrow and the trials. It's constant communication always talking to your best friend. So yes, incessant prayer like that is beautiful, but my commitment to myself was more mental prayer, like making it an hour long where I just sit in that beautiful, loving peace with God and hear his voice and just, oh, I do love it. I love it. That's awesome when you find joy in prayer. By the way, I've got a couple events coming up. Speaking of finding joy in prayer, that one is for, I believe, Good Retreat Council. That's out in Nebraska, but it's online, and I'm going to put in this description and in the email ways that you can register for that. So a lot of you have downloaded my Master Your Mind ebook. That's also in the description. That's free. Talking about mental prayer, why we should do it, what is prayer, how do we pray mental prayer and meditate, how do we hear God's voice. So that retreat is on January 24th, and it's on a Saturday, and it's like 9:30 till 2. And there's lots of things that I'll be talking about, and a lot of you have asked to be invited to one of these sort of retreats, and it's online. So you can do it from your PJs in your bed and really sit and contemplate how much you love the Lord. And are you being slothful in a spiritual way? There's also Emmanuel, which is December 26th through the 29th. And that is where it's a bunch of other talented Catholic speakers talking about, for me, my topic is joy. It's a festival and a fair. So you can buy Catholic stuff, and you can also watch a bunch of other Catholic speakers and really contemplate again about the joy of Christmas, the joy of bringing Jesus to the world. Oh, I remember when I would see that word joy before God found me, and I thought, what a silly little word. What a dumb word. Like, I want to be happy. I don't even know what joy is until God gave it to me, and it's changed my life. And by the way, joy is the best net to catch fish. Haha, that's actually the title of the talk. So check out that link. And last but not least, at the end of January, January 30th, I am having another retreat down in Albuquerque, New Mexico for the Charismatic Center down there. And I will be talking about the theme. It'll be a little bit about my story, but the theme is about the darkness not overcoming the light. It's John chapter 1, verse 5. And how maybe you're losing hope, or maybe you're feeling like you're in a dark, desolate place. I've been up and down in the peaks and the valleys. That's the journey. But just know, every time you're in a valley, there's a mountain right in front of you. Just keep walking. And the darkness will never overcome the light. And there's tools and deliverance prayers for us to fight the evil that surrounds us and wants to bring us down. So join me on the 30th of January for that event. And again, all of the information is in the descriptions and in the email. Okay, what are you doing to draw closer to God? How much do you love him? How are you spending your 168 hours each week? Because I kind of think God would be saying, what do you mean you don't have time? Let me take a look at your calendar. Where are you spending it? Even though I didn't do videos, I was still recording my daily podcasts. And by the way, Fridays are meditations. So I guide you through a meditation on Friday, in case you're curious. I just started that 2 weeks ago, and it seems to be a big hit. I've still been, doing some promotions and some Facebook stuff and some social media stuff, but I haven't put a video together. So I'll get back on that, because I have heard from a lot of you, like, where have you been? Which is wonderful. Thank you. Oh, and I want to thank all of you so much who have donated. Oh my goodness, men and women around the globe, I love you so much. You have no idea. And my husband's like, wow, look at that Christmas generosity. And I said, yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you want to donate, you can, there's a link again in the description, but you just go to kendravonesh.com/love. And I just want to say thanks so much. Thank you for helping walk with me and getting through this 2020 year, and for the beautiful time that we have spent together. The comments, some of you have turned into some of my mentees that I help. I just have really enjoyed this whole walk and walking with you. It's been wonderful. So have a beautiful, joyful, loving, peaceful holiday, no matter how you're going to celebrate it. And just contemplate Jesus coming and bringing humanity and his divinity together in a perfect way, and for saving your life. I'm going to come back with a Christmas video that I will send out to everyone. I'll probably put it out on Christmas Eve, for us to truly be thinking about all the ways that we need to thank God for all he's done in our lives. All right, everyone, this one was a long one. Sorry about that, but let's really love him this week. It's almost here, Jesus coming, and let's prepare for the second coming. And if you haven't been to confession, please get to confession. This is a penitential season of Advent, and it's been beautiful, and I've learned quite a lot. There's not a day that goes by that I don't learn something from the Lord. Always. That's wisdom, my friends, when you know that you don't have all the answers and you are far from where you're supposed to be, right? You're always learning. It's that childlike openness to learning God, his voice, his ways. I love it. Okay, I'm shutting up now. I love you all. Have a blessed week. Love.